Good morning, garden friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Era, and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A, where I do gardening-related videos. Today, I'm at Lowe's, checking out their fall inventory. Let's see what they have. First up, guys, they still have a lot of perennials that they haven't put on clearance yet. First up, we have the Montauk Daisy. This is a fall blooming daisy. This guy here is cold hardy to -20, and which is zones 1 to 4. And this guy here is a full sun plant, Montauk Daisy. Right next to the Montauk Daisy, guys, still cone flowers. They're still churning out cone flowers. So again, if you're working on your spring garden, you're looking for plants, head to your Lowe's. This one here is the Artisan Collection Soft Orange Coneflower. Blooms in the summer and the fall. I have those in my yard and they're doing well. They have a lot of asters, different colors of asters. They have this pink Henry aster, and then they have this beautiful aster here in a barrel-like container. This one here is $16.98. This is Blue Henry aster, and this guy here is $16.98. And asters are pretty cold hardy. From zones 1 to 3, it's non-hardy, and zone 4 and up, it will do well in your yard. Over there, they have some beautiful blanket flowers. These guys here are the Arizona Sun Blanket Flower, also known as Gaillardia, and these ones here are hardy from zones 3. These guys here are in my yard, guys, and they are still blooming. Now, they are on their third flush. These guys will bloom all the way until they're cut back, until they're hit back by the winter cold. But guys, it's looking really, really nice for the blanket flower here. They have some coreopsis as well. So these are the quintessential flowers that really bloom all the way to the frost. This particular coreopsis here, let me see. This one here is Double the Sun coreopsis, full sun plant, and it is hardy from zones 4. Really nice. I'm beginning to believe that this plant really doesn't like me. I've tried twice already, and I've tried my best to mount it up so it doesn't get drowned or anything, but this guy here doesn't do well for me in my yard. This is Agastache. This one here is by Proven Winners. It is Meant to Be, BEE Queen Nectarine. It is $13.98, and it is hardy to -20, guys. Now, this guy here is by Proven Winners again, and they look so nice. I bought them twice already from here, and a third time actually from another nursery, and they just didn't do well. Yes, I have clay, but all my other plants do well, except for these guys and gardenias. But these guys, I made sure I amended the soil heavily, and I feel like it's just the location. I need to find a really good location to put Agastache in my yard. Let me know how Agastache does in your yard, and if you have success. I know they're really great for pollinators. I know the hummingbirds and the bees love them because of how their blooms are shaped, and they smell amazing. So that is the Agastache. Guys, there are no shortage of mums at Lowe's. They have mums in hanging baskets. They have mums in ready fills. They have mums as 1-pint containers ready for you to take. This ready fill here is $16.98. This orange and white bicolor mum is $24.98. They look great, but they are already on the downside because they're not trimming, especially those ones here. They're not trimming them. So once they bloom out, then they start being brown at the bottom. But mums everywhere. Even more mums. So here we have yellow. We have this really, really nice pinky pastel-y looking one here. Then they have the purple here, more red, more pastel-y, guys. And, you know, sadly, nobody's buying them. Do you notice that this table is really full of mums and nobody's picking them up? Same thing at this table right here, more mums and more mums. right there. What I've been noticing is that from a lot of the YouTubers that I happen to watch, a lot of folks are kind of moving away from the idea of mums in their planters because for some people, mums don't last that long. And people look for something to take them all the way to the winter. And mums do bloom out unless you trim them back. So people are trying to find all kinds of other plants to put in their planters, which is really, really smart. For me, I'm trying to find plants to go in the front of my patio, and in front of my patio is shade, so I cannot put mums there. I had mums last year in front of my the front door, but this year I'm going to switch it up, and no mums for me. I have mums in the yard from all the years I had them in the yard, like actually that I bought them, but I have no problems with mums at all. I love them. They've done really, really well. Okay, so let's see what else they have. Lots of annuals are still here. These are the Flory Glory Diana Kufia. I don't have this plant in my yard. When I first saw it from a distance, I thought it was Mexican heather, but maybe they're related? I'm not sure. This is Kufia. Let me know if you have Kufia in your yard. It looks like it's an annual. This one is from Monrovia, and it requires full sun. Here is the tag right here. And then right next to it is a Amore Queen of Hearts petunia. This one here again, 848 from Monrovia. They've got some beautiful spotlight, black heart, ornamental. It just says spotlight, black heart ornamental. Looks like it's probably some sort of potato vine. I'm not sure. I don't have this in my yard either. It's an annual, so I definitely wouldn't have picked it up, but it's really dark. Milo's has started to bring their ornamental cabbage and kale. These guys here are pigeon red kale. They are $5.98 and require full sun. Good morning. Full sun. And they look really, really good. Right next to it, they have a pansy and this one here, Creepin' Jenny container in a barrel looking container. This one is $30.98, guys. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, for what though? Okay, well, no complaints here. $30.98, they say. I love pansies. I love creeping jennies, but I will buy them in those little sets, like those things that you buy separately, and then I will make my container. But finally, the pansies are here, because forever I was coming here, waiting for the pansies, and then it looks like they're mostly in containers already made, but I hope not, because I want to pick some up. So those are pansies, but already accounted for. And then we have the ornamental kale. We still have some lantana. Now lantana does bloom further down, all the way down until it gets hit back by the winter. This one here is, and for me here, they don't really seem to sell the perennial lantana. They always only seem to have the annual one, and this just says lantana, so I know for sure it's not coming back once it gets dyed back. Back there they have some snapdragons. Let's check them out. I really like snapdragons, and they do really, really well in the colder season. I mean, the cooler season here in Georgia. This particular one here is this nice pink one here. This one is just a snapdragon, and it says tolerates frost. It's $6.98 here at Lowe's. And they have a bunch of them. Still, they have these beauties here. These will never go out of style. And these will, you take care of these guys here, and they will bloom all the way until they get knocked back. These are sun patients, and these are going full sun, and $8.48 for an annual. Now, I know it might be tough to say, why would I buy an annual in October for $8.48? And I agree with you. This should have been bought earlier on in your containers and really thriving right now. So nobody's really going to buy these too much. Then, of course, you can't go wrong for fall when you have these beautiful marigolds. I love marigolds. These ones here just says the dwarf, and it's an annual. Smells really nice. And again, $4.98 at Lowe's here. Let's see what else they have. They have the little packets then of the snapdragons right here. Little packets of the sun patience and little packets of what looks to be pansies or a mixture. Is this a panola? That's just a pansy. Okay. So this one here is $13.98, and so is the snapdragon. And I forgot to show you the ornamental kale is, oh guys, $8.98. But I really need it for my fall containers. I was actually looking for the ones that bloom white, not red. But here we are almost in the middle of October, and I still have not confirmed my actual plants for my planter, but I have to make a decision. But again, $8.48 here at Lowe's. So they have this type here, the ones that's a little bit smoother, and then they have the frilly ones right here. Guys, they have cyclamens. These will do really well in my containers. These are part sun, which is only 3 to 6 hours, and they can take the frost as well. These here are $12.98, and they have the red and white one, and they have this beautiful white and pink one right there. Now, I wish they had sold them individually and not in this quote-unquote fancy pot, because that's why they're charging that $12.98 when I only need a couple of them. But I really like these because they're really great for the later on in the season, and they're really great because here they are poking out when the temperatures are falling. Here are some violas. So over there with the pansies, these are the violas. The violas have smaller, and these are young violas, guys. What else do they have? They have some Dusty Millers. All these guys here in those pots, in these little black pots, are $13.98 here at Lowe's. They even still have petunias, guys. Whoa! Petunias will not last. As soon as it gets to 32, they're going to be womp womp. They have a plain old red cyclamen here. And then they have some beautiful marigolds. These guys here are $11.98. This is African marigold. Ooh, these are nice. There's this big head right here. This is an African marigold. And then over here, you might have seen these earlier, but I just wanted to show you, they still have all these hydrangeas here. These bloomstruck. I got a bunch of these on clearance not too long ago, so I definitely don't need these. But check out your Lowe's to see. These must have been a late shipment of Bloomstruck, and it looks like people are not buying them. They are $28, so maybe people are waiting for the fall is for planting sale and getting them half off. But my Lowe's has a lot of the Bloomstruck hydrangea by Endless Summer. They've still got a lot of butterfly bush. This one here is the Nanho Purple Butterfly Bush. This one is $16.98. And you know, I love butterfly bushes, but I'm looking for things that stay a little bit shorter. This one is hardy to zone 5. You've seen all these shrubs before, guys, so I'm not going to spend too much time on them, but they're all here. Sunshine ligustrum, azaleas, gardenias, they're all here at Lowe's. They also have these hydrangeas here. This is the Limelight. I never got into the Limelight. I actually prefer the Macrophylla hydrangea, and I like Viburnum as that white blooming spring and fall. Actually, a replacement for this would be, for me, is the Chinese snowball viburnum that does really well in my yard. And one of the reasons I don't buy this is not because I have anything against them. It's simply because they are so expensive, and very rare do you catch these on sales. One of these things can be $35, but they are beautiful and people love them. These are the beautiful Limelight for $30. They still have a lot of junipers, a lot of Leyland cypress, a lot of Carolina cypress right here. They have a lot of conifers. They have a lot of dwarf Buford hollies. Oh wow, the conifers are not doing too well, guys. Look at that. Look at that little brown spot right there. Well, that is done. And you know, with conifers, once it gets to this point, I mean, I don't know if it's a comeback. It'll be able to come back. I don't know. But guys, this is what my Lowe's is having right now. Let's look down in the clearance area to see if they have anything special. Not too much to report on the clearance rack. Let's see what they have. They have a bunch of English ivies up here, and I bought some of these the other day too, but these are looking rough. This is the Baltic English ivy, and these are $12.98. Those will be on clearance. They have a lot of rough looking dahlias that are the annual dahlias. They have some rough looking sun patience and mums. Here's a better version of those ivies right here. They've got some Queen Mum agapanthus, guys. I'm gonna grab me some of these. I actually like agapanthus. These are part sun, and I have this one already. Well, no, this is Ever Twilight. I'm sorry. There's Ever Twilight, and I thought I saw a Queen Mum somewhere. Or maybe it's because I only know Queen Mum. Oh, I did see a Queen Mum. Here's a Queen Mum right here. So there's a Queen Mum, and then there's a Ever Twilight. Both are part sun. Both go 16 to 18 inches in height, and both are hardy from zones 8 to 10. So I'm definitely going to grab me at least an Ever Twilight because I already have the Queen Mum. They have some blanket flowers here on clearance. They've got some more New Guinea impatiens right here. They've got some dianthus that needs some trim back. They've also got some peach fruit trees right here. This guy here is, what type of peach is this? This is Belle of Georgia peach. And these fruit trees don't seem to do, well, I do have a patio peach in my yard that does well, but I can't seem to grab peaches from there because the rodents seem to grab it before me. But they do have a couple of peach trees, and they have a couple of shade trees here. But nothing much here in the clearance rack, guys. So this is my cart so far. I wanted to pick up 2 more ligustrums on a project that I'm working on, so I need 2 more. And then I grabbed me some of the Queen Mum and the Ever Twilight agapanthus, guys. Let me know how your Lowe's is doing. Here we are in the second week in October, and the temperatures have really dropped. I left the house this morning at 7:30, and it was 47 degrees. But it should warm up a little bit today, and so I can get some planting done. Guys, let me know what you think. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted on my new videos. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.